good race with these three up front. Letme is only 1 second behind as well, with Coulson literally nipping at the heels of Letme, being 9,000ths of a second behind. After that, we're down to the 125s with Butler and Corsic. Enrique with a 126.4, but I think that's more pace than Enrique. Pimu with a 124.6, but is in P9, so they must have a starting grid penalty, or they've disconnected from the server, I think. Yeah, because the 9 is faded out. 124.6, sorry. So I'm guessing there must have been a penalty given to them, or they've just had a bit of a disconnect. Because that's a pretty solid lap time there. Would have put them right in the mix. And Paul, bless them, has only managed to get an out lap, effectively. But I don't think it's going to be any quicker for Coulson. No. And Paul is still on their out lap. It looks like they've not done a single lap. Or if they have, they've clearly... Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on here. I'm going to have to check the server sense, because you have to get in 3 consecutive laps to be able to join this tournament. Purely from an aspect that you know where you're going. It's not necessarily about how good you are. It's just you need to know what the track is for everybody else's sake, as well as your own. So there we have it. So Tack is in P1, Skyring in P2, Watt in P3, Letterme in P4, Coulson P5, Butler in P6. Tack is disconnected from the server. Interesting. Something's happened there. Not quite sure what. That's a shame. So that means Skyring will be in P1, but starting in P2. I don't think AC is that clever. Watt in P2, Letterme in P3, Coulson in P4, Butler in P5, Corsic in P6, Enrique in 7th. And Tack is back in. Okay. That's good. That's good. So I'm not quite sure what happened to Tack there. And Pole is starting P11, but realistically it will be P10, because the safety car will be in the pits. So I'm looking forward to this one. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen. There's always a little bit of carnage into T1. And there we go. We're punted back into the pits. We'll keep an eye on Skyring, because they've got the inside line. And hopefully, with the cameras that we have available, which are not that great by the looks of it. And here comes the darkness. Here we go. So it's night time here at the Lowes Ring. Morning and dawn will soon be upon us. So we are just waiting for those 6 beautiful lights. And here they are. We have 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, 6 lights. And off we pop for the P&I Mini Endurance Round 2 here at Lowes Ring. Everyone gets a pretty solid start. Tack is on the outside line, not looking to defend, but Skyring is being quite cautious as Watt tries to go round the outside. Skyring didn't really leave much room there, so Watt kind of had to muscle their way through. So Skyring drops a position. Coulson gains up to P4. Letme P5. Corsic P6. Butler is around in P8. Enrique in P7. Not sure if they turn Butler around. Pole in P9. Slowly getting a move on. And Pole, I think, might be playing on either a joypad or a keyboard. Oh, that was just a beautiful little switchback. Not sure. But I think Butler might have a little bit of damage, because they're clearly not driving as well as they could be. So our race leader is the Frenchman Tack, followed by the Italian of Iwat, who I believe is actually Irish. Might be wrong. Skyring falling down into P3, but these top 3 are relatively similar on pace, and the slip be quite good. We will find out now, as we'll keep an eye on the distance. DRS is now enabled, but that doesn't really matter for these cars. And yeah, by the end of the straight, and Skyring managed to get a big old climb on iWatt there. So iWatt in P2 is definitely under pressure from Skyring in P3. Coulson got a brilliant start there, moving up to P4 from P5. So iWatt takes a very shallow line into that hairpin, but seems to make it work. And is now back on the charge against TAC. Skyring running a bit wide there, or it looked wide at least. And Paul and Butler are having a nice little battle for P8. Plenty of time left of the race to go. That is the thing. And we can see that Watt is a lot closer this time around. Down, got it down to half a second. Just needs to get a really good exit here. And get the pressure down on TAC. Yeah, that's a wonderful camera of a driver. That's more like it, thank you. Hard on the brakes into T1. Fastest lap of the race for Watt right now. So apparently we're just going through all of the onboard cameras all at once. Apparently. Nice one, AC. Like it. And you can just see TAC got on the power just that little bit earlier, getting a much cleaner exit. Skyring has dropped 1.3 seconds behind, 1.4. So Skyring clearly looking to try and save their tyres. Let everyone else burn them out a little bit as Lemmy gets past Coulson for P5. Good evening, ladies and gents. Welcome to Pretty Ninja Racing. We're here at round 3 of our mini endurance. It's a 45-minute race which simulates a 12-hour race in regards to like day to night transitions. And we're doing it here in the Renault RS01, which is essentially a GT3 car. But it's a bespoke concept car by Renault. We shouldn't see a great amount of racing, but it does seem to provide quite a decent sim racing experience. Today we're at the Slovakia ring, full layout excluding chicane, purely because that chicane when we did the endurance in season 1 was a bit of a nightmare with the LMP2s and the GT3 car. So free practice is almost over in 2 minutes time, but before qualifying starts I would just like to bring your attention once again to our Pretty Ninja 2-year anniversary race. It says 4 hours on this graphic. That is now incorrect. We are now doing 2 hours due to lack of sign-ups, and that's the reason why I'm kind of advertising it here again for you. We are still looking for drivers. It's on Assetto Corsa Competizione and it is hosted on the World Sim Series website. So if you are on the World Sim Series website and you drive on Assetto Corsa, it's this Saturday coming up. And quite frankly, we are really looking forward to it. It's all in aid of raising some funds for Race Against Dementia. We've lowered our target because in the politest way, we are not going to hit it. So I think we bit off a little bit more than we can chew for that, sadly. But otherwise, yeah, if you're looking to get involved, check out the links in the description below. You'll find all the information there, and join our Discord and ask some questions if you have any. Driver swaps are still able to be done, even though it's a 2-hour race, so you can either do it solo or you and a friend can have a go at doing it together. So the practice session's almost over here in the Slovakia ring, round 3 of the Pretty Ninja Racing mini endurance, and it is very miniature endurance, 45 minutes to be precise. And yeah, we're just currently watching Skyring, just try and get a couple of more laps in. Who have we got that have been in before? We've got Lloyd, who is currently sitting pretty in P1 in practice, TAC in P2, getting a good little drive here by the looks of it. Skyring in P3, Lemmy's in this week. Calderon, I believe, has been in one of our events before. I'm not entirely sure. No, they haven't participated in this one so far. So they're brand new here, but I do recognise the name from maybe the PNTCC. Corsic is back in this week, which is good to see. Who else have we got here? Watt, who's currently sitting pretty in P3 in the championship, which looks rather nice. And that is it currently. That is currently it of who is coming back week on week. So it's good to see some new drivers in here to see how it all goes and how they fare themselves with the Pretty Ninja lot. And we are always looking for more drivers, really, to join our very small but nice little community that we have going on here. So let's head over trackside so you get enough of being in the studio. And like I said, we are just coming up to the end of the practice session. So the race is 45 minutes long instead of an hour, which was what we did in season 1. Just kind of felt like the hour was a little bit too awkward, and we did do forced pit stops, and I felt like watching and commentating that it kind of ruined the flow of the race a little bit. So now we just have 200% tyre wear, which around here could be pretty difficult to manage. And yeah, fuel wear still at 100 and no mandatory pit stops, so they can go the full distance quite easily usually. But I have a funny feeling the Slovakia ring here is going to be a little bit murderous on its tyres compared to the Lawich ring and Portimao in round 1, because there are a lot more sweeping corners. And here we go, here's the transition into qualifying. So we'll see how this all goes. Here we are in the safety car. I've used the safety car now. I know how it all works. And it's rather cool, not gonna lie, it is rather cool. But yeah, it would be better if I had someone spare to just simply be in the safety car. That'd be very fun. Even if it's just to do rolling starts, that would be rather fun. But still, now we're just waiting. We are just simply waiting for the transition into qualifying, which is going to be 10 minutes long. No points for qualifying. It's all down to the race. Everyone here will get points. That's how our leagues work. So it doesn't matter where you finish in our race, you will achieve some points. The biggest gaps are between the top 3, however. So P1 you get 25, P2 you get 20, P3 you get 18. So there is quite the difference here, and we can see the track is just getting a bit darker. There we go. It's now night time for qualifying, which is new actually. This is new. The fact that it's night time for qualifying gives us an idea of what it's going to be like at the start of the race. Oh, and it's suddenly just become rather pretty again. Not quite sure what's going on there, but the race will start dark, go into daytime, and then into nighttime to finish. World Touring Car Championships, very good little series, and it's gone back to nighttime again because I'm not quite sure what's going on here. AC seems to be having a little bit of a problem deciding what it wants to do, or it's just shifting through day and night rapidly. We'll find out in a minute if it goes back to day. Not quite sure what's going on there, but the car's here. There are some lights around the side of the track, so shouldn't be too bad visually. And we're back to daytime. I have no idea what on earth is going on here. This is like going at 200 miles an hour, the weather system during qualifying. So not quite sure what's going on with the weather. Interesting. I'll just double check the server settings. Not that they will do anything now. Yeah, and it's gone back to nighttime. Okay. Oh no, what's going on? going on? So yeah, it's times 20 multiplier, but it shouldn't be going this quickly. Okay. Interesting. I've not seen it affect it like that before. That is an interesting one, because by looks of it, it's going to go back to nighttime in a minute. Track temperature will drop massively, as Jamski is the first one to make their way around the circuit to start a flying lap. Colson in chat saying, hi Andy, missing out here. Yeah man. Good little circuit, good car. One day you will have power in the evening. One day. One day. But I'm predicting it'll be nighttime now? No? Okay. Hopefully it sorted itself out, because yeah, that is a bit awkward, to say the least. Oh, has Lloyd's gone back in the pits? Clearly wasn't happy. Interesting. Okay, so does that mean Skyring up here? So before the lap times are set, it kind of puts them in order of who's going to cross the line first. So Skyring should be the first one to post a lap. Should be. Should be. Well, it hasn't switched to night time again now, so hopefully the server has sorted itself out. Lloyd just needs to make sure that they get a nice lap in. As Skyring comes through the S's over the top. And into the very long triple apex, really. Second to last corner. If you get the power at the right time, just like that, that was beautifully done. You can get a great run over the start-finish line. So there goes Skyring with a 2-minute lap time. Tack with 3 other drivers, all scrapping for the same bit of road. Tack, Watt, and then Quartz go over the line. Watt only 4 tenths off the race line, of the race time, sorry. And Watt is just moving out of the way there for Korsak and Jazz. H Jazz has just come around T1 with a 204. Lemu again with the 204, driving the British racing green, as we call it, because we like to own things here in Britain. Calderon just comes over the line in P7. Lloyd is about to start their flying lap time. So here comes Lloyd. Erleth has not set a lap time yet. Barrera should be on a fast lap now. So 4 minutes left to go. Only one more chance for most of these people, maybe 2 depending on where they are on circuit. Having to take it really slow. Got to be really patient around the Slovakia ring. Barrera, sadly, is a bit of a dodgy connection as well, so we'll have to keep an eye out on that one. So the connections, for those that don't know, is the little tiny markers next to their name. And as you can see, Barrett's is red, quite long, meaning that his latency isn't the cleanest, which means next code is pretty much a given on a game as old as Assetto Corsa. Oh, it just carried too much speed through that right-hander. That right-hander, you want to kind of take it easy to get all the pace out on the left-hander as Watt moves into P2. Oh no, sorry, Skyring's just improved that lap time by the looks of it. It wasn't Watt that moved, it was Skyring that went in there. Lemmy's up to P4. with a much better lap time than the 2:04, so let me doing pretty well there. Calderon's moved up to P5. Barrera, where are you going to be? Up to P8 for Barrera. Lloyd comes over the start finish line and pinches P1 by 4 thousandths of a second. Keep the pace up, and 2 more laps are doable for Lloyd, just about. Skyring, good first sector, but a little bit slower, as you can see. Coming over the bridge, sector 2 should be around about here somewhere. Just on the exit of these. So you see how Skyring hugs the right hand side of the second corner a lot more. Oh, hit the tyres. Not great, but a faster sector 2. Best of the session so far by anybody. It's enough. It's enough, you know. He's just got to make sure this sector 3 sticks. He's wide, but it's kind of what you want. Really late apex to get the power on early. Oh, he's carrying so much speed. Can he pinch P1? He does. He does. Only by 500ths of a second, though. 500ths of a second. I'm guessing that's what behind. No, it's not. Tack comes over the line. No improvements. Letterme, there's a couple of cars having a little race here, which is not what they want in quali. Barrera just hitting someone off. Lloyd. And I did say that Barrera's connection is not great, and Barrera comes into the pits or has possibly even left. Because their name's greyed out and I can't see a car. So, but that's Lloyd finished. So Lloyd will not be able to nick P1 off of Jay Skyring because he got turned. Barrera is gone, but it hasn't said they've disconnected from the server. So I wonder if that was all, well, I don't think it was all connection, but it certainly wasn't very clever. Yeah, they're not even in my driver list, so they're not connected to the server anymore. So Erlith still being able to get around. That looked like a nice exit out of the last corner there. Skyring's pitted. He's pretty confident and happy, but can what ruin the party? Is this quicker? They're not going to get another chance. It's not quicker. Not any quicker. Can Tack cause a bit of an upset here? Very good lap time here from Tack, who currently sits P6 in the table, exactly the same points as Lloyd. I don't think Lloyd would be too worried though. Lloyd does seem to be rather quick at this track. Tack sadly not getting any improvements. Where are people? Jazz is there. And Erlith is off the circuit. So Jazz is coming up to the final corner. Poor sector 2 there. 2.5 seconds off the pace. So it does seem to be sector 2 that's catching a lot of these drivers out. Over the timeline, any improvement for Jazz? Nope. What about Calderon? Any improvements? No improvements. A P6 for Calderon there. Okay, so Skyring will be the one that leads the pack into T1, possibly. Or at least lead them on the starting grid. Lloyd is in P2 after an incident with Barrera, who is no longer on the server. Watt is in P3. Great qualifying by Watt. Tack in 4th. Letterme in 5th. Calderon in 6th. Jazz in 7th. Quartz in 8th. Erlith in 9th. So if you want to get involved in any of our competitions or tournaments or fun leagues, these are really fun leagues to be fair, not really competitions or anything like that, all you have to do is check out the link in the description below. Whether you're watching this live or whether you're watching this post-race, feel free to join in. feel free to join in. And next Saturday will be a special weekend for the PNR. It's our 2-year anniversary. Officially, it's today. Officially, it's today. So it's 2 years of Pretty Ninja right this second. Because I made the Pretty Ninja server and Discord at silly o'clock in the evening. And now we're just going to watch the weather mess about a little bit. It should go to dark and stay dark. But it's playing up. AC really doesn't like the weather thing. I might have to just... Oh, and Tack's disconnected again. This happened to Tack last time. Tack has had a disconnect. Oh no. Should be able to get back in though. So here are our starting lights. Wait for it. 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 4 light, 5 light, 6 lights, and Tack is back. And gone. And it's go, go, go. And Lemmy's got a drive through for a jump start. And it looks like Watt's got a great start. As they go 3 abreast down into T1. Lloyd is in the middle. Skyring has got the inside line. Oh, and Lloyd, I'm not quite sure what Watt was doing there. Watt had the middle, did he? Watt drive through for a jump start. Ah, no wonder. So there goes Lloyd into P1. Skyring just about holds it in P2. Courts in P3. Jazz in P4. Lettermy P5 with a drive through. Erlef in P6. Calderon P7. And Watt is just sat in the sand. What happened there? To be fair, the Sky system is not doing anyone any favours with this horrible day to night stuff. I'll have to ask the community if that's what they experienced after the race. Or it could be the new shaders that I've got installed playing up. It could be just me. But Lloyd is out in P1. Tack is now on track in P8. Watt is still in the sand. So I'm not quite sure what Watt is doing. I'm wondering if they've had a disconnect, you know. Or like a wheel problem. Or they're back moving. There we go. They're back moving. I'm not quite sure what Watt was playing at there. Because he had open track and then decided to tuck in behind Skyring. Or Lloyd, whoever it was that had the inside line. And it just caused absolute problems for them. I'm not quite sure why they went in behind when they had clear road in front of them to brake whenever they wanted to brake. Very odd. Very, very odd decision there by Watt, which is a shame because he's doing so well in the championship as well. He's in P3. So I can only assume that maybe there was like a controller issue or something. As Erlef moves up to P4, Calderon in P5 as Lettermy does their drive-through. Lettermy's drive-through is taken. And to be fair, Jazz is just letting him go ahead. So fair play for Jazz. Fair play for Jazz. Oh, and Jazz runs wide. Ah, it's a shame. I think what may have locked up. It did look like a lockup, but I don't know if it was because they tucked in behind someone. When it was like, you know, when you react because you're behind someone and they brake and you're like, oh my god, and they brake, and then it just kind of causes absolute mayhem. It seems to be a good little battle for P4 as Erlef does nudge Calderon off the circuit a little bit. A few flashing lights. I don't blame them really. As Calderon dives back down the inside. So I think Erlef definitely may have tapped Calderon off the circuit there. But as you can see, Calderon's clearly got a bit more pace about them. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Lloyd. Last time Lloyd was on this server, on this race, on this circuit. Oh, Watt's back in the pits. So Watt is back. What just needs to get some points under the belt. So I reckon there might well have been a controller or computer issue if they're already back in it. So I think something may have happened there. I think either like a massive lag spike. You can see their connection all of a sudden isn't too clever. So I think something's happened at their end, sadly. As Lloyd just comes over the starting line, sets a new personal best. Managing to hold Skyring off at 1.8. But as I was saying, Lloyd, last time he was on this circuit, he was miles ahead in the LMP2s, in the endurance. And then it disconnected. And Taka's disconnected from the server again. Mid-drive. Something's going on here with some people's systems or this server. I don't know. But yeah, hopefully, I'm touching wood here. Not sure if you can hear that. Lloyd won't get the same fate as he did last time because he overly deserved that victory in Season 1 Slovakia ring race. So let's hope that Lloyd gets the victory today if he can fend off Jay Skyring, who is currently our championship leader. So of course is in P3. They had a pretty lonely race last race, and I've got a funny feeling that might be the same thing that happens this race. But we'll have to wait and see. Calderon in P4. Lettermy is catching them up pretty quickly, actually. So we go bonnet cam of Lettermy. Oh, bit of a poor bit of braking there. Didn't hit the apex. Lettermy and the PNR team have been practicing very hard for the WSS Nürburgring 24-hour race in the BMW 235i class. Even won a couple of pre-rounds as well, which is really nice to see. Didn't think we would be that much of a competitive bunch here at PNR, but we seem to be. We seem to be getting more competitive, at least anyway. As long as we remember our core values, that's all that matters to me. I'm happy for us to be competitive. Oh, as Lettermy really screws up that braking zone there. Not using all the circuit there, Lettermy. We'll compare it to Lloyd in a moment. So let's go and see what Lloyd is doing. Apparently there's a helicam. There's a helicam. Let's see what the helicam's actually like, shall we? No helicopter noise, which has always amazed me about helicam. It's never helicopter noise. No matter what game you're on, it's just silence. Silent air footage. You know, you want to hear the helicopter going, don't you? You know. You know, that's what you want. So we go on board with Lloyd and we'll be able to see the line differences. Really, really pushing the track and the car to its limits. Much earlier on the brake than Lettermy. You see how hugs that inside line. Double apex as it opens up the right-hander. Doesn't quite hug that right hand inside, but is able to carry through plenty of speed through the left-hander. So we saw Lettermy was a little bit more middle of the road into this braking zone here. Let's see what Lloyd's like. To be fair, Lloyd is a little bit earlier. Oh, you have to be so patient. So patient with that last corner. You can just see Lloyd wanting to put the power down to get it going. As Calderon has been passed by Lettermy. So that happened only a moment ago. Watt is back out on the circuit. Moves up to P8 because of tax DNF. One lap down, however, but still, points are points. Watt is going to need them. Currently sitting P3 in the tournament, so they need to get a wriggle on. So we watch Calderon try and chase down and keep up with Lemmy. 2 seconds a lap quicker than Lemmy was. I bet that's in the middle sector. So we chase Lemmy over the bridge. Oh, and Skyring has got up to almost half a second, so Lloyd has clearly made a mistake somewhere. We can hear someone's off. That's Ulif down in P7. Not the easiest circuit to get used to. As we're looking into the eyes of Jay Skyring, chasing down Jay Lloyd. And Jay has already dropped half a second in Sector 3 alone. So that's clearly where Lloyd has found a bit of time. Watt has disconnected from the server, being a lap down. That's a shame. I totally understand why though, but it is a shame. Skyring's just set a PB as well. And Hurlif again is off the track and then DNF'd. So we're now down to 6 drivers after starting with 9. So there's going to be some good points for everybody else for the Mini Endurance Championship. You can see Lloyd just seems to have a better, flatter car going through that right-hander. It's not fair. What happened? Because to us it looked like you tucked in behind someone and then completely locked up, and Yaz is now gone, so we're now down to 5 drivers. Yeah, it looked like it completely locked up for you. Like you tucked in behind someone and then locked up and then went into the sand and got stuck there for a little while. So what actually happened? Just for those rewatching the stream back, what is just in the chat? Points are rigged if this counts. What do you mean the points are rigged? It's just fixed. No matter where you finish. If that makes any sense. So if you finish P1, regardless of how many people, you get 25 and X, Y, Z. CPS was making the sun go down at... That was happening to you. So that happened to me as well. And I checked the setups and it shouldn't have happened. So I'm not quite sure why the custom shaders pack was doing that. I'll be intrigued to see if it does that towards the tail end of the race. Had your PC lag. Ah, okay. Well, it's good to hear the feedback because I thought it was just me. I thought for some reason it was just bugging up for me. I didn't realise it was happening to those on track. So that is good to know. So what we were witnessing in the stream was happening on track, which I can imagine is incredibly annoying because it was literally every 5 seconds, day to night, day to night, day to night. And now it seems to have settled down. So God knows what was going on there. It's worked all the other times, which is interesting. All the other circuits has worked. Lemmy's just set their personal best of the race so far. I couldn't race false start and 2 FPS. Flipping heck. I wonder if that was the same for everybody. I wonder if everyone went a bit funny because there was a couple of false starts. I do wonder why. I thought you got an absolute launch, to be honest, because it took a while for the penalties to come through on my screen. So I thought you got an absolute weapon of a launch. And, yeah, managed to get going. But Lemmy has caught up to course rather quickly. Well, to be fair, you're still in pretty good standings for the championship table. To be honest. And there are still 5 more rounds to go after this one, so plenty of time to make it up. And it's not like you don't have pace, because you clearly do. We'll just sort out the custom shaders patch shenanigans. See what the flipping heck's going on with it. As Lettermy looks like he might try and make a move on Corks fairly soon. Corks goes defensive. Bit late in the defensive drive there, but it's okay. And runs really wide actually in doing so. So Lettermy now moves into P3. But Calderon is now on the rear end of Corks. To be fair, if you were able to rejoin, you would finish P6 without a shadow of a doubt. And you still get a nice haul of points. Skyring benefits massively from it. He is first and has the pace. Skyring is one of those drivers that you stick him in any car and it only takes him a few laps and he'll figure out. It's one of those annoying sim races, you know what I mean? Like you could just shove him in anything, give him half an hour, he's figured it out. But to be fair, this is his sort of thing, to be honest, like the GT3 sort of cars. To be fair, he's fast in the LMPs. Not so quick in the touring cars. That's probably his Achilles heel. His touring cars. And Lemmy's fallen down to P5. So I've completely missed something there. Whilst talking about Skyring being one of those sim racers, one of those wizards. Don't want to settle for some points because of a bug. That isn't my fault. That is fair enough. And Skyring. Oh no, it's Lloyd's DC, doesn't he? Or has Lloyd got huge amounts of damage? Something's going on here. Because again, Lloyd was far in front and then all of a sudden, just gone. So Skyring, plus 8 laps. What? How odd. The thing is though, I don't think it's just happening to you, that's the only thing. Because it was happening to me, so I'd imagine it's happening to other racers. But for some reason Lloyd's now 8 laps behind. After being in the lead. His car's just restarted. Did he have a disconnect again? I think he has, hasn't he? Got killed by Corks early on and he destroyed my aero. Flippin' heck. Okay. Well, I think something's going down anyway, because something's not right. Lloyd is now only 4 cars. Yeah, it's only 4 cars in it now. And Lloyd was in the lead, and now it's 8 laps behind. Something odd has definitely happened. Well, I'm not quite sure what to do what. We've got 26 minutes left to go, so half of the race has been done. I might be able to set up a 20-minute race and get rid of the CSP. I'm just going to jump into the Discord in a minute. What's going on, chaps?
My engine died, I hit the wall.
Oh, okay. Were you guys suffering with the weird custom shaders bollocks that was happening?
Yeah, and we lost everyone because of that. That one guy came in and had a real big man.
Yeah, he's in the chat now, and basically, yeah, just quite rightly being pissed off.
He's just being a little pussy about it though. Just fucking get over it.
But what we can do, because I think everyone suffered with it, because his PC went down to like 3 or 4 FPS because of it.
Yeah, he did moan about it.
So I don't know quite what to do, to be honest.
Well, we've gone this far, and I think J-Sky deserves the points.
So
Yeah, we just give everyone else the same points. I don't know.
could do. Yeah, could just do that. Yeah, could just do that. That's what we did for Monday, wasn't it? That's what we did for Monday. Was it Monday?
One thing you can do to keep that from happening is have like 3 minutes before race starts, as it's recommended.
So what was the actual problem?
Well, that's
Because
what.
all that happened for me was the time cycle. It just went day, night, day, night, day,
Well,
night.
that's basically what was happening to everyone else, but it was affecting people's like FPS rate. So that's the reason why, for example, Watt got the jump start, because he had to predict when the lights were going out, and then when he got to T1, he basically dabbed on the brakes, but because the frame rate was so poor, it just locked his brakes up and he just went straight on. He almost took someone off, I'm not quite sure who. And then basically he came back in, tried a couple more laps, but again the frame rate just for some reason was completely destroyed. So I don't know if it is. I'm looking at the clouds now and it seems to have settled down.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's fine now.
Was like just the couple first minutes.
First few minutes completely balls that up. I think that's what I could do. I could just give everyone the same points, like on Monday, because we're now only 4 drivers in from 9.
You do something whereby the people that actually finished got like a few more in like an order.
Yeah, I can do that.
And then, because oh no, Jay.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
I feel a bit hard done by, because on Monday, you know, everything benefited me.
What the fuck? What is that race?
Don't mind him. He's autistic.
Man, delete this race. What the fuck? What is this touching, man? What should do with the sun?
Yeah.
Don't mind him.
Me in real life, I have a Fiat Coupe.
Shut up.
You shut up.
What's going on, guys?
No, but seriously, man, what you
don't mind.
What can you do for this race?
What the fuck's going on? Because I'm gonna pull over and just quit out if people.
Okay, just listen, please. We need one place more.
Shut up! Don't mind that guy. He's Thomas. Ban him, please. Ban him.
What?
And someone mute me.
Who are you?
Yeah. 2 seconds.
Someone just mute him.
Yeah, man. If we are serious, why did you get this sun? What the fuck? What is this?
Yeah, we all had the bug.
So everyone had the bug. Yeah, everyone had the bug.
Yeah.
It was the custom shaders trying to settle down, which sadly fucked everyone up. It didn't happen in round 1. It didn't happen in round 2. For some reason, it happened here. Yeah, I honestly don't know what I can really do about it, to be honest.
I found it pretty funny to see the sun just go around.
It was really annoying.
Quite distracting
people with good PCs can handle it, but when my PC just bugs down to 2 FPS and I gotta predict the start, and then I literally am on PowerPoint to shut. Yeah, so literally I literally just couldn't race. When I came to the breaking point, I couldn't brake because literally I had to predict my breaking point. And it was just impossible, so I just went in the gravel trying to not to win the race for other people. But still, it's not something we can do. Like, I'm in contention for the championship, and if someone gets 3 points like this because the rest of the field it just died, like Tic Tac is on contention because he has the pace and he has some pretty good points. Lloyd, I don't know what happened to him. but he was leading a pretty good race. Like literally, there is no cars right now. There is no. It's not a real race right now. So I don't know what you can do about it. Reschedule the race or not consider the points. But it's not fair to just consider the points for people who had the chance of not getting
this race. Delete this race.
What if we rescheduled the race, Anders?
We can. I'm just trying to think when. When could we reschedule
the
it?
calendar. Extend the calendar by a week.
Guys,
and then
Yeah,
rerun this
yeah,
race.
that's not a bad idea. We could do that. We could do that.
I'm sorry. Can you just ban Alcinos? He's a guy that I know IRL, but he has no business being here. He's just trolling. So please ban him.
Why?
Yeah, because he's dumb and he's just trying to altercate the conversation.
You insult me.
Yeah.
So you are wrong.
Shut up, friendship.
Anyway, so yeah, that is something that we can definitely do. I can reschedule this race as the last round. I'll take a look into the custom shaders thing. It's just bizarre how round 1 and 2 didn't do this, but this round did. So I'm not quite sure why.
You didn't switch the season?
No.
Like when CSP
all of the races have exactly the same settings. So same like weather, same temperature, same track temp, the lot. It's purely about you and the car and the circuit and how you deal with it. That's the whole point in it. So yeah, that's probably the best thing we can do is reschedule it for at the end, and have it as the last round of the series, which is absolutely fine.
I would just like to know who's at fault on this one, because I had a little mess up with one of the drivers, and
okay,
I just want to know if I'm fault for this or not.
So just who's who?
The car in the back is me, and the other one is Kos, the Italian guy.
Yeah. Okay.
So
okay. Go for it.
I attack and I just slightly bump him.
Okay.
And then I go straight, and he just kills me.
Pit maneuvers you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you look from above?
Yeah, just do a little bit. Yeah, do it from a bit higher and down.
Go just above your car.
Yeah, I don't have. Oh yeah. No,
yeah,
no,
that's fine. That's fine. Just point it down just there. That'd be grand. Because if we can see the other car as well, that'd be great.
Okay.
So I just slightly cut his trajectory.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's on courts. That's on courts, 100%.
I need to know the legal age.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, because I'm good with rescheduling the race.
Yeah,
so.
But no, that incident in that incident, yeah, it's not ideal that he clipped his front, but at the end of the day, it was that's happens in racing, especially when another car turns in. You know, you're right. You're technically locked up a little bit because of your tyre mark. So in theory, you're not actually in control of your car. So it's 50-50 on you, but realistically, you can get away with that. It was a bit of a lunge, but maybe next time just try and be a little bit more tidier about it.
Yeah.
So the clip is fine because it doesn't take him out of the race or you out of the race, no problem. But the next instant, he clearly turns into you. So yeah, Corks, if this race was to continue on, Corks would get a penalty at the end of the race, effectively applied to his overall drive time. And so on and so forth, because that's how we deal with it. It's a bit hard to deal with it mid-race, especially when it's just me watching. But no, yeah, technically just try and have a bit more control over your car when you're going in for a lunge. I get that it's tricky, but yeah, the actual aftermath is,
I kind of missed the apex too, so
yeah, you kind of miss the apex, but you get the good lunge.
Yeah, right.
You're
all right.
Thank you.
No dramas. Yeah, I'll let this one play out.
One question, please.
Yeah, one question, please.
When we start the race, if I crush everyone, you relaunch the race or not?
No, but you will be banned from any further events.
Yeah,
If it's on
if I
purpose.
crash the best, it can be the last, so it's not good treatment.
No. So yeah, that's basically it. We do already have a bit of a blacklist already. We don't like doing it. The whole point of our community is just having a bit of fun, improving your own skill, and just
and win some money.
well, there's no money to be won, so you're completely in the wrong place for that.
French to my mate, so I don't know how to translate. Et man, dis-lui que si jamais là je crash tout le monde et qu'ils vont relancer la course, alors pourquoi ils relancent pas la course?
But we are not 21.
If you crash everyone,
We
it's
are
not
18.
just a race restart. We can do that on WSS if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, we might be able to, and I might be able to through the server admin type stuff. But yeah, it's highly frowned upon
just
here.
Don't crash, I guess.
Yeah,
Just don't crash.
just highly frowned upon.
Because he's kind of a goofy driver, you know.
Yeah, that's
He's trying to improve his off pace, but he's trying to put in work.
yeah.
So
Well, the only thing is that you can only get better by doing, so try. But the realistic side of it is that if you know that you cause those sort of incidences, just give yourself the room, because you're not just ruining everybody else's race. You're destroying your own. So my advice would literally just be hold back a couple of seconds, because in the nicest way, everybody screws up, especially in this 45-minute race. People spin off, like Jamsky, for example. He was like winning the race, but he spun and destroyed his engine.
Sure.
So, you know, just hold back a little bit and just focus on your line. And then, you know, if you come up to someone, try your best to overtake them. If you knock them off, wait for them to get back on and then go off behind them.
Yeah, don't knock off people, okay?
So,
Don't
but yeah,
try to kill
if it
him.
happens too often and it seems like too much of a regular thing, yeah, we will just blacklist. We will just put you on a list switch. You won't be able to join our events.
We are
yeah.
not 21 for information.
Makes sense.
So we try to be lenient.
Yep.
But okay.
So for the reschedule, like you're thinking for
It'll be the
for it
last.
to be
Yeah,
the last
it's the only way that we'll be able to squeeze it in. So it'll be at the end of all of these. Be at the end of all of these,
So-
and then I'll speak to the Shinobis, who are basically the server admins here and that assist in sorting out the events. We'll figure out the best thing to do in regards to points, because in the nicest way, I get that it's not ideal that, you know, everyone gets full points for this race when people have had like system issues that are completely out of their control, but it's also unfair not to reward the people that have persevered
Oh, that was a bit closer than I expected.
and got it sorted. So maybe just a reduced amount of points, like we're talking, because there's only 4 drivers left. We'll just do 4, 3, 2, 1, and then yeah, it'll be the end of that, because I've got to give the people that have continued on and persevered something. That's the only fair thing to do, and I totally get that, you know, especially in what's case something that was completely out of your control has kind of destroyed your race. I apologize about that.
Yeah, you're right.
But yeah,
no,
they've got to get
happened.
something.
It already happened like in other servers, and I think the way they mitigated that was through having a longer wait time, so that the weather.
Yeah, Lemmy did mention that about 3-minute wait time, so I'll see if we can get that sorted out for the next ones. It's just really bizarre that it didn't happen in round 1 and 2, but it's happened in this one. So this is the first time that I've ever witnessed this.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on some races too and never seen that happen.
Yeah,
It's quite
so
odd.
it is a bit bizarre.
It is due to your PC.
Nah, no, it's. I think it's a server issue or something.
It was happening for everybody, so it's definitely server side.
Okay.
Definitely server side. I found it hilarious. I thought it was just me, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, it was
If
quite
you
funny
need
to just see the
investors,
sun
you can
flying
call me.
around. The sun
to
just
be honest,
flying around. It's cool.
we were like joking about it at first, but then it was just slowly taking the toll of on my PC.
Fair
So-
enough. Fair enough.
It wasn't funny.
Yeah.
I was just laughing the whole time. So
I just
Quite
find it
happy
bizarre
to
that
see.
Lloyd is now
Mine.
only 6 laps behind, after retiring 8-9 laps ago.
We just switched cars. He went
Wait,
to Formula 1.
Crack.
Wait, if we like join back, do we get some points or?
Yeah,
what
yeah,
does
that's
that
what I
mean?
said. That's what I said in chat. If you were to rejoin now, whilst it's stable, you'd get points still. It doesn't matter where you finish.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
points are fixed to position. So
I tried rejoining, like, even though my PC blue screened earlier because of it. But,
okay.
yeah. Hope.
But yeah, you'll still get some
I have
points.
a GTX 980 Ti, so.
Oh, okay. That's fair enough. An old but gold card. That's what I call it.
Yeah.
I'm just running a laptop
So,
with a controller, which is the only issue I have right now.
fair enough.
Because
So
it's very hard
you
to
are
drive a controller
destroyed.
because you don't have any relativity to the real car. Just moving a joystick and
Yeah.
it's quite annoying.
Yeah.
Yes.
But one day you will upgrade. One day.
Gotta start somewhere.
That's what
Yeah.
Jamsky did. He was on joypad for a wee while.
Yeah.
You can buy a G25.
Yeah, I think
And the only problem with the joystick is that you develop the wrong attitude about working out like understeer and stuff. So when you get a wheel, you gotta rework all the bases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Takes a while.
I think what is annoying is that when you start to slightly oversteer and you counteract, it just goes full to the direction and
full lock.
you don't have
Yeah.
any way. Yeah, you don't have any ways to really counteract, except if you're very precise on the joystick.
Yeah.
But on the moment, I just go full opposite and the speed.
The speed.
But that's it. But I think
Is there a
I'm going
point
to go
for fastest lap?
No, sadly
Oh.
not.
I'll have that if there is.
Sadly, yeah.
If there is, yeah.
Unfortunate.
I think I'm going to go for Camus C5
You are unfortunate.
once it's available again.
Yeah.
I mean, in Europe, it's still not available, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's coming the 25th of September in the UK, and I have to bring it to France too, so quite the
Oh, yeah.
quite the trip.
You should check.
Yes.
Why
Yeah.
pilot? It's not black.
Like
What?
like what?
Bro, they're wearing race suits. You don't see anything.
Yeah.
I never see a black pilot.
Oh my god.
I mean,
Actually,
Anders, are you British?
What just got disqualified?
Anders, you are British.
What?
I am, yes.
why did I?
Yeah,
What? Because it must have carried your drive-through from the jump
Oh,
start.
man, what you think about
No.
Oh, for
it
fuck's
was
sake.
still active.
What do
was
you
not
think
black.
about the
Oh,
Brexit?
no.
It was still active.
What do you think about the Brexit, bro?
Yeah,
There
what
was
you
no
think
flag
about
on my.
Was it not there?
Uh,
Hang on, let me see if there's
Yeah,
anything I can do in the
it's
admin.
not-
One sec. Just pull off to
What
the
do you
side
think
a minute
about
so you're out of the
anime?
way.
yeah.
And let me see if there's anything I can do.
I mean, being 17 years old.
It's like I joined back and it wasn't there, so I was like, oh.
Right,
did
I
it
tried
count
clearing the
as already
penalty.
served?
Nothing's happening. So just
Yeah,
keep
yeah,
going
yeah,
and see what
that's
happens.
dangerous to trash the king. In England.
Skyring's just got
Are
fastest
you
lap.
about Brexit
Yeah.
yourself?
So no points for fastest lap then, Jabba.
I'm gonna pick.
Like, there
I'm
is
gonna
some
put-
underage people here.
Get out of the pits and get a fastest lap in.
Anders.
Yeah, sorry, bud.
Just for
What
the players.
happened if you trash the king, man, in YouTube?
What's that, sorry?
If you what?
You go to jail.
Trash talk the
Yeah,
king.
yeah, man. If you trash the king,
Oh, to be honest, we do that every day, so I won't worry about it.
Okay, so you are a freak.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I
we
mean,
may have a king, but we're not exactly like a royalist country. It's very, like, divided.
So you trash a king, but
it's
I mean,
it's not an oppressive government, so you don't.
Anders, you trash the king, but you go to Burger King.
Why are we talking about government and shit? Isn't this like sim racing,
I
bro?
see what you mean.
I mean, what I mean by that.
What did you mean?
So I meant he's underage. He's 17 years old.
Bro, he's not 17.
I'm not 17. I'm 32.
Yeah, 17.
No,
man.
no.
He was on my classroom last year.
So your activities are illegal.
What? No.
I'm not quite sure what you're trying to get at, but okay.
Man, can you give me my driver license?
Yes. Guys ask
Anders,
for
can you
driver
drive me
license on
through
street.
UK,
Makes
please?
Oh,
I need to go on a trip.
I can't, no. But if you
You
speak
can.
to our lovely government, you might be able to get a response in about 5 years.
You need to go to Paris for that.
Yeah, come
Bro, I
Paris,
don't
man.
know what is happening. It did me out, man.
Yeah, it
well,
has then,
of
hasn't it?
course,
Well,
yes.
you'll still get
We are-
points. You'll still get points, mate. I'll make sure of it.
Like,
Okay.
Come Paris, I'm going to show you what is a real car.
yeah, because your car are
He's
shitty.
going to show a Peugeot 208.
Yeah, your car are shitty.
That's a real car.
A
Yeah.
2 chevaux, là.
3-cylinder is a real car. I mean, don't
Wait,
hate
isn't the 208 available in PNTCC?
208
308.
in... Yeah, 308, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, 308.
Yeah.
Oh, Anders, what happened if you die in real life and you don't start your PC and your server admin doesn't know if you die? What happened?
Oh, they'll
Oh my
know.
god.
They'll know. They will know.
I'm going to rejoin just to get some
Imagine,
laps
man,
in.
they think you
No
don't
worries.
start your PC, but you did.
So,
Well, at least the
forget
events
battle.
will carry on to the end, because I don't host the servers, so it's fine.
Okay, if you die, do you get DNS penalty? I'm really curious about
Might
that.
get a 30-second stop and go on the next event, yeah.
So
Oh,
Anders,
I'll be revived
Anders,
by then.
you
Don't
have a
worry.
big gut.
Oh,
I can't.
that-
I can't drive, bro. Yeah, can you help me? No,
Can you
there
not
is no
drive?
collision.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I did a funny out of the pits. I just clipped into the wall.
Excellent. But yeah,
Yeah,
just
go
get
up
just
there.
get some laps in. I'll make sure the
Yeah.
points are all sorted, and yeah, we'll figure. I'll speak to the server admins about the future events, and we'll figure
Yeah, I'm
out.
going to figure
best
it
case.
out.
So,
Yeah.
all
As soon
right.
as I try to
I know
move it,
personally that
Bro gets insta pit. It gets it just gets spawn kill.
Just straight in.
you straight?
no, I'm having the Ocon experience right now.
You straight, man?
Oh my
The Ocon
god.
Man,
experience.
if I kill the king, I am the king.
Oh my
Bro,
god.
stop killing the king. Just stop him.
What happened if I kill the king, man?
But, well, he dies.
You straight?
Well, that's
Oh,
one way
man.
to do. That's one way to
Non,
do
non,
it.
il a juste des coups de lava qui est pas bonne.
Thank God, he like.
Bon, en même temps, mec, t'es un petit peu en train de polluer le vocal comme je dis ça, genre.
Ouais, yeah, good night, man. See you next race.
Yeah, see you next race. Sorry about that, chaps.
Yeah, no
Ah,
problem, but
it's okay, it happens.
if I leave the race, it's because my mate doesn't like the weather.
No worries. No worries.
So,
Next
see you
time for
later.
P1, bro.
Yeah, next time I'm a P1.
We're all gonna get
Well,
fastest
I'll
lap,
try and
so,
do. I'll speak to Letterme because Letterme helps with WSS stuff all the time. So I'll sort it out with Letterme to make sure that next time you guys are sat in the pits whilst it has an absolute sky spasm, and then hopefully by the time you come into the race, it should be absolutely fine.
Yeah, but what happened if
I
you
like the
report the stuff on WSS?
What's that? Sorry, bud.
If you report the stuff on WSS,
Bro, why would you do that?
Why?
Don't know.
report for relaunch the race or cancel the result.
Oh, I'm not sure to be honest, but we're gonna redo this race at the end of the calendar, so we'll just add it back on at the end. So
Okay.
4 points will still be available. But yeah, I will reward the people that have finished today's because it's only fair. But yeah, it's I mean it won't be full
shit.
points. It won't be full points. and Jazz
Yeah,
has
I
decided to
remember.
make a sandcastle.
I forgot. What is the breaking point?
But yeah, we'll figure out. It'll all be fine. It'll all be fine.
Right.
So don't worry about
Nice
it.
to see you next race. Bye.
Yeah. See you next race, bud.
Who's in here now, Randy?
Me, you, Jay, King, who is Jazz in the server,
Yeah.
and Lemmy.
Okay.
So I can unmute Jay's guys so they're not.
So who was that? Was that Watt and Tack?
Watt and Tack, I believe, yes, and some other rando that's got nothing to do with it. But yeah, it seems like they both had the same issue, effectively.
Just gonna put it out there. This championship is mine or Jay's guys.
I think so. I think at the moment, though, it's going to be Jay's guys, because after this race,
Yeah, because
He's gonna have an okay
I'm
point
down
lead.
1 round.
yeah. I think Jay is going to miss one, though.
Is he?
Yeah, I believe he said that he was going to be away for at least one of them. I remember 66 and Huey are going to be back as of next week.
66 is quick in these things as well.
He is, yeah. So, could be anyone's. Could be anyone's. And this is the end of the race, so we're watching Skyring. Got completely distracted then by trying to figure out how to fix things. But ultimately, I can't fix anything right now. Go into after the race. But Skyring comes around the corner to take a rather dominant victory. And off they go. Lloyd crosses the line to finish P5. Lettermy finishing strong in P2. Calderon in P3. Good little podium for Calderon. Kursk in P4. Although in theory, should be getting a penalty after the pit maneuver they did.
Really?
But if that happens again, King, just finish the race
Yeah.
and then just put it into the stewards
Oops.
thing. Put it into the
Okay,
stewards
okay.
thing that we got, and then I can deal with it after the race, alright?
Right. Thank you.
I kicked Jay by accident.
You kicked him.
Sorry, Jay. I disconnected underneath Defen.
That's alright. Personally.
But right, stream, I'm going to call it quits there. That was a bit of a odd race, and I'll speak with the Shinobis and figure out what we can do to make the next event a little bit more smoother for everybody, with all the technical problems that people are suffering with. And well, tomorrow night is an ACC night, so make sure you check that out on WSS, so make sure you get involved. And then next Saturday, like I mentioned, it is our 2-year anniversary ACC miniature endurance 2-hour race, where you can drive a solo or a team race, a 2-driver team. And yeah, that's all in aid to raise funds for Race Against Dementia, which is a charity quite close to a few of the people's hearts here in PNR. And we want to try and hit our target next Saturday. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, sorry for the technical issues for tonight, and I will catch you all possibly tomorrow if we have a race, because last time we hosted ACC on WSS there was only 2 drivers, so we didn't go ahead. But until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.